Optimizing your Amazon listing. What is this about? Well, let's get into it. This is very, very important. This is where you can make a lot of additional extra long-term money that the rest of Amazon sellers, the rest of your competition, completely ignore these optimization tactics. So let me give you context. So you've written up your listing, you went through my copywriting process, which is, you have to admit, pretty amazing, right? You've come up with some epic product images. Again, the methodology, pretty simple, pretty amazing. It works. And you built your coupon stack. Again, simple, but it works. Now I want to show you some ninja tactics for optimizing your listing. You might be wondering, Ben, what do you mean by the term optimization? What do you mean by optimizing your listing? And what I mean by that is basically doing everything we can do to make that listing produce maximum sales, okay? And by that I mean maximum conversions. Out of 100 visitors who look at your listing, we want to convert, in other words, turn the maximum percentage of those into actual buyers. I have this down to an art and a science. I want to show it to you. And what I'm going to show you here is, first of all, in your listing, how to weave in all of those single word keywords to max out your traffic. You might remember in a product keyword research video that the last step was to build a list of your single words. And you were probably scratching your head still wondering well, how does this fit in? You're going to see exactly how this fits in now. Second, is your listing indexed? In other words, is Amazon search, Amazon A9 is the search algorithm. Is Amazon A9 seeing and recognizing that your listing is relevant for these sets of keywords? There's a specific tool and a process for that. You're going to love it. Misspelling opportunities. So as a comedian from America named W.C. Fields once said, never underestimate the absolute stupidity of the American public. And my interpretation of that applied to Amazon is people can't spell. They just can't spell. And so even common product spellings that you would think clearly everybody knows how to spell, there are some comical misspellings, and and they can be quite profitable, because if Amazon doesn't autocorrect for those misspellings, it's super easy for your product to appear page one and position number one for those. Now, I'll be the first to admit Amazon's search algorithm is getting smarter and smarter. So this is probably a dwindling limited time opportunity, because probably, even by the time you watch this video, and this is very, very current material, the misspelling opportunities just might not be there. But for now, I'm still seeing them, and these are easy pickings for us. And then lastly, as part of the optimization process, it's just good general copywriting tactical flaws I might see, opportunities to beef up and enhance the bullet points, and just kind of overall, tactical strategy that can't really be defined here on a bullet point, but you'll see what I'm talking about here. And in fact, rather than just teach you all this in theory, which will be a waste of everybody's time, it's going to be easier if I just show you a real world example of specifically exactly how I tackle optimizing an actual Amazon listing. The idea being you'll then apply what you just watched to your new listing. So let's get started here. So what we have here is a client's product, a tactical flashlight, and I've noticed he's made several improvements since I last saw his listing. But let's just take a look. I'm just curious. So I searched on Amazon for tactical flashlight. Let's just see what kind of money some of these listings are making. I'm going to fire up the Helium 10 X-ray tool. And as you might recall, it's a Google Chrome extension. I have it turned off. See, it's kind of shaded up there. If you click on it, though, and you click on this button, it'll turn it on. It'll load some data into the search results here. You can see down here how it's kind of loading some information. You can see where they are ranked for the subcategories. So like this one. Now, just keep in mind, I believe this is a sponsored ad here. I'm not sure, but this guy's doing pretty well. He's number 36 in all of tools and home improvement, number 3. So anyway, let's just take a look. Let's just see what kind of sales, and just take a quick look at the opportunity in general. Okay, so tactical flashlight, the exact phrase search volume is 48,000. You might remember my hops criteria. is it passes with just 5,000 or more. So there's a lot of there's a lot of search activity happening. Looks like the average price is pretty good, $19.90. That's not very relevant because it looks like certain people are selling 2-packs and things like this. The number one ranked product, we ignore where it says SP. These are sponsored ads. So these are just ads. These aren't actual organic rankings. This is the first organic ranking here. They're doing $134,000 a month on a $18 product. That's very, very good indeed. The number two person is doing $158,000. Their price is much cheaper, $11.95. This person is doing $93,000 on a roughly $18. And I'm just curious if we go down deeper. Okay, so this is a good example that it looks like you're really only gonna do well if you're like in the top 5, because even down by position number 8 here, they're only doing 8,000. This is still pretty good, but look at even position 12, which if you subtract out the 2 sponsored ads listings at the top, is actually position 10. They're only doing 5,000. Okay, so you can look at, and as you get a little bit further, they're not doing well. So when I see this kind of all over the map stuff, again, if I was just going to source this product, I'd be kind of wary of this. Okay. I mean, it doesn't mean that I would just instantly reject it. I would take the product through my hops opportunity process that you learn. But this is just for our knowledge. We're just kind of checking this out. Let's look at BSR here. Remember, we said we want to see 3 instances under 1,500. That certainly passes. Well, actually, this is an ad. So we got 1, 2, 3, certainly passes. And we want 5 under 3,000, and that definitely passes. So there's good demand here. And in fact, let's just see how competitive this niche is. I have a feeling this is extremely competitive because it's kind of a commoditized type of product. I mean, there's only so much a differentiation you can make between one tactical flashlight and another, right? If I just scroll through here, I mean, admittedly, the packaging makes it pop, but that's the only way I can think to differentiate. This guy is trying to differentiate by showing like a multi-pack kind of approach, hard shell case. This might be the same. No, this is, look at, so this is what's great about private label and what's bad about private label. This guy has the exact same case right here, probably sourced the exact same tactical flashlight, and they're right above each other. So I'd like to see a little bit more differentiation, but it's tough in this niche. So it's probably the number one challenge with this niche. Like, how the hell do you make your tactical flashlight stand out above the rest? So I'm just gonna take a quick look. Again, this really isn't about listing optimization. This is just actually even before I would consider releasing a tactical flashlight. I mean, so far I'm not loving what I'm seeing. It wouldn't pass my can I differentiate. It appears that there's not good sales depth, right? As we go, kind of deeper down the page, they're not really selling a lot. It's kind of spotty. Let's just bounce over to Helium 10 real quick. And let's go to magnet. We're going to type in the main keyword, which is tactical flashlight. Don't worry, I'll get to the optimization stuff in a second. But I'm just kind of walking you through my quick analysis. And don't write me an email and go, but Ben, technically this product would pass using hops. It might. I'm just doing a super quick check of some stuff here just to see. I mean, for me, it wouldn't pass the differentiation test because there's not enough differentiation that I could discern in this. So we sort by exact phrase. And tactical flashlight, as we saw, has, let me just grab my markup pen. This is what we're looking at here. And it has 48,000, and look at over 10,000 competing products. What does that tell you? There's probably a bunch of Chinese factories that are competing in this because it's just easy for people to private label, for factories to sell, because there's it's just a flashlight. They don't have to have much nuance in that listing, and you can see that. That the competition score, you might remember that from Hops, the competition score, and we said anything over 500 is extremely competitive, and you can see that We have 2 negatives against this product right out of the gate. So if it were me, hell no. If it was super competitive, which it is, and I couldn't differentiate, forget it. I don't know how I could make that product work, okay? So that's probably the number one reason why this client's listing is getting subpar sales, okay? And by the way, I'm not slamming this client at all. In fact, he had the cojones to submit this for my critique, which is great because, it might be his first product. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't stick to certain guidelines, or he just, hey, he looked at it as this is my Harvard Business School. It was easy to source, so good for him, and he's very, very smart to to submit this. Just to give you context, I can't look at everybody's listing. If you get admitted to kind of the advanced version of my coaching called Fast Track, it's a monthly coaching program. I will periodically allow people to submit their listing, and I do a full-on critique and an optimization. We do the keyword research for them. Again, not everybody that submits it. I don't have time for that, but we pick 1 or 2 a month, and it's extremely valuable, for the participants. Okay, let's get to the optimization part. So what we're going to do is, this is his listing. Since I last looked at it, he massively improved this, and he did a bit better job here, okay, on the bullet points. Let's just take a look at his pictures. First of all, his main image. What do you think about his main image? Well, first of all, this is against terms of service. Just because he has been caught, if Amazon ever sees this, he'll wake up one day and he'll get this this annoying notice that says, sorry, your listing's been suppressed. That means it's not even showing. And it's because of a listing violation. So you cannot put any writing in your main image, and technically you're not allowed to have any writing on your on the inside interior images, meaning on the inner images here. I used to have bullet points and the benefits written on some of ours, and they suppressed all of my listings. Amazon did. I mean, look. I never hit the panic button. It's not the end of the world. They said, sorry, we are suppressing these listings because you have writing on them. That's when I stopped sharing my brand, by the way. I'm not sure why, but whenever I've shared my brand as a teacher, I'm first and foremost an e-commerce entrepreneur, and I do this teaching stuff on the side. I love it. I love helping people. I love seeing them, be able to get free financially, quit their jobs, all that kind of stuff. And I found the more I teach, the more it improves my own business because it makes me come up with much better processes, and it makes me address certain flaws in my own business, right? But sadly, because of my now, my visibility through my podcast, we have people that try to attack my listings, and it's weird. I don't know. I can't relate to the mentality, but so maybe you could get away with having text on the inner images. I don't know. I'm just telling you my experience. So let's look at his other inner images. Okay. So this isn't bad. This kind of connotes it's waterproof, but would you agree that you could do this far more dramatically? You could get a fish bowl at Walmart for probably $10, fill it with water, and show a picture of you sticking your hand with the flashlight in the water. That would be far more powerful in my mind. This is a lifestyle image. I don't know how many mercenaries are actually going to buy this. I get it. You want to make it look like a tactical flashlight, but I think that angle has been played a little bit. This isn't bad. It shows the size, and it shows that a woman can use it. Again, I don't think this furthers the sale. In other words, this doesn't demonstrate a product feature or attribute. If you're going to do a TV commercial storyboard, this is not telling me a product narrative. And it's not in order here. So again, that's just kind of wasted. And so is that, right? These are all almost the same image. What's the marketing message here? Okay, if you're a Marine, I guess you can hold it in 3 different ways, but that's about it, right? So absolutely, again, the reason I would start to tackle this in this order is we know that this, especially, and by the way, his price is way too low. So again, this is my opinion. I haven't split tested this. And in Module 6, I'll show you a tool that we use to split test price. So we don't guess. We let the marketplace vote with their wallet and tell us. But that price to me instantly, see, price is a shortcut to decision making with consumers. And the shortcut to decision making means that this is dirt cheap. It's probably not high quality. It's too cheap, $9.99. Now you might think, oh, well, people are cheap. They're going to want to buy it just because it's cheap. Well, no, there is implied value, and there's a value frame that you establish when you set price. If it was higher priced and you had endorsements like the local chief of police, that's your brother-in-law, is featured in a picture holding it with his badge and a short quote saying, best damn tactical flashlight I've ever used, right? And then you kind of push up the price envelope. You're getting police endorsement, Marine endorsement. You're telling a marketing story. You do pictures that show it like being run over by a truck and surviving, being dipped into a fishbowl in a block of ice. Then you can push the price up, and the implication from the marketing story in those images is what? Oh, this is damn good quality. But $9.99 with no marketing story in those images, I'm not impressed. Okay, so again, why is this one of the first areas that I look at? And also, I haven't mentioned this. This is kind of the second area that I look at, like where relative to the market pricing is this guy. So you might remember when I fired up X-Ray a few moments ago, the average price I think was like $19 or $18.99, and this guy's half that. So again, that kind of connotes to me he's way too cheap. The consumer might think, the consumer might think this is like a bottom of the shoe level quality. Okay, so we are coming up with a couple excellent fixes that I think would do fantastic for to help reposition this. All right, let's talk about the first big optimization element, and that is weaving in this single word. So the first thing that I had my team do is we did pro leagues level keyword research for this guy. So he owes us big time, okay? I'm going to get rid of this little thing here. Okay, so we added a third column called misspellings because we identified some interesting misspellings. I've noticed that Amazon has since even improved some of these. That's why I said that this opportunity to exploit misspellings might be slowly diminishing over time as Amazon Search A9 gets smarter. But these are the major keywords that we've identified: tactical flashlight, best tactical flashlight, best flashlight. Again, these are high commercial intent when the word best is in front of it. The plural version, so tactical flashlights. LED flashlight, that's a big one. Huge search volume. Ultra bright flashlight, adjustable, zoomable, mini tactical, and handheld. Okay, we have some minor ones here. We have about 68-ish. These are the big brands, at least on Amazon, right? I don't care what the brands are off of Amazon, because Amazon is somewhat a closed ecosystem, and what I'm looking for are the dominant brands within that closed ecosystem that I have to compete with that are in search, okay? And some misspellings. So here's what we do. Now just kind of follow this, that this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. First of all, this was our keyword research, which is probably going to be much better than his, okay? Even if he's a student, because, we've just done it more. What we do is we go to a tool, here, let me go back. So we're in Helium 10, and what we want to do is we want to analyze his current listing, and we ask ourselves, how well is he optimizing the listing by weaving in all of the most powerful single words into that listing? So on the second tab, we have this single word list right here, okay? And so there's only 85 words. Now, you might remember why we're able to go from all of these words down to just 85 is because we dedupe. We get rid of the duplicate words. A lot of those keywords contained the word tactical in it. Well, you only need to have one instance of the word tactical in a listing. You only need one instance of the word flashlight. You don't need to repeat these. Now, you do need to repeat them for the good copywriting because it's real human beings that buy from your listing, right? It ain't algorithms. But from an algorithmic standpoint, there's absolutely no benefit in repeating any of the keywords, okay? In fact, just the opposite. We want to try to weave in as many unique words as possible into the listing so that you trigger your listing when people search for all these variations. Are you with me? So here's how we do this. Step number one, we're going to highlight all the single words. And after we deduped them, there's only about 84 here. And we're going to go down to a tool called Scribbles. Okay? And what this does is this will compare all of the verbiage on the front-facing side of the Amazon listing and compare it with how many instances, or are there any instances where the single words, the most important single words we've identified, are they appearing in a listing? So look, we're talking hypothetical. Let me just show you this. So we're going to import the listing. Here, let me first put this in here. So we put all the single words in here. We're going to grab the ASIN here, the guy's ASIN, which is right up there, and we're going to click Import Listing. Okay? Import. It's going to bring in all of the text. Is this the product you wish to import? That's his main image, so yes. Now, this happened pretty quick, but you noticed that it took all of the single words, and when they appeared anywhere in his listing, like the word tactical appears here. So it moved them from the unused to the used. Now look at, I actually have more unused still left. So that means all of these single words like ultra, adjustable, handheld, lumen, torch, hunting, outdoors, these aren't being used anywhere, either in his title, his description, or any of his bullet points. That's insane. This is a huge opportunity for him. Okay? So let's just edit these master keywords again so we can start over so you can just see what's going on here, okay? Let's see. Is there any way to get rid of those? There isn't. Okay, let's just reset this. I just want you to see how valuable just this one exercise is. So first, we're going to import the listing here, okay? And we're going to use that import. Now we are going to copy all these keywords into here. Now watch. So there's, okay, just watch what happens. They're going to instantly move from here down to there if he actually weaved the word anywhere into the listing. Are you with me? So watch what happens in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. See that? So there is tremendous opportunity. And so what you do is you start just simply weaving some of these things into these hotspots. So how would I weave in ultra? So super bright, 300 lumens, highest output. Watch this, ultra, boom. See, it moved it from here down to here. This ultra bright, yada, yada, yada. This ultra bright, and let's see if we can do another one. Handheld. See? This ultra bright handheld waterproof. Boom. See? And you just weave these into the bullets. And as you do so, you want to get this section to 0, nothing. You want to have every single word move from there to here, and it's easy. I just barely trying while recording live was able to move, I don't know, 4 here. And you have all of this space in the product description to add them and all these different bullet points. And it is one of the most important things that you can do. Okay, that's the bottom line. And so the bottom line is step number 1. The first big step is you got to optimize your listing for the most important keywords. And you do that by analyzing, have we found a way to weave in every single one of these single words into the listing? If not, that's job number 1. That's job number 1. Okay, so there's major room for improvement for this guy's listing, as you can see. I mean, he's missing 309 or 44 characters. Well, more than that. 44 words. Look, we only have 80 something, and he's, and I already added 4 of them, so it's more like 49 words. Over half of the most important single word keywords we identified are missing from his listing. Therefore, how the hell can Amazon trigger his listing if somebody's using things like portable, hiking, fishing, women, blah, 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 blah. These are like outdoors. These are huge keywords, right? That people are going to be typing into these longer keyword phrases like, outdoors, tactical flashlight, things like that. Okay. So, yeah, so that's what we do. Now, the second thing that we do, so this is step one, is we optimize the listing for all of the single words. And if not, we weave them in and we just copy and paste them here once they're fixed, and you just add them back into your Amazon listing, okay? The second thing here is the 5K checker. What is the 5K checker? Okay, let me just explain this to you real quick. So is this listing indexed for the most important keywords? By indexed, I mean, is Amazon seeing that listing should be displayed for a specific word or keyword? So let me just show you an example of this. So we're at Amazon.com. The way to tell if, well, there's a manual way to do this. The way to tell if your listing is, quote, indexed for a keyword search. Again, I don't know how else to say this other than if it's not indexed for a keyword, either single word or keyword search, if it's not indexed, that means whenever somebody types in tactical flashlight or whatever, your listing will never even show up. So it's vital that your listing is indexed for keywords. So here's how to check manually. Now, manually would take you forever. But first, you put the ASIN in, followed by the keyword. So tactical flashlight. And let's see if his listing is indexed, i.e. will appear in the search results when a user types in tactical flashlight. And we hit enter, and it does. See this? So it brings up this listing right here. So yes, it is showing up. Let me give you an extreme example. If we change this to Santa, like as in Santa Claus, so we know that there's no way in hell, see, it says, we found 0 results. Now, just because it shows up here, that's just a quirk in the search function because it's pulling this. But this is the hot spot. If you say we found 0 results for this plus Santa, that means it is not indexed for it. Okay. Yeah. So that's the concept of being indexed. Now, can you see why understanding what you're indexed and unindexed for is so important? Yes. What the 5K checker does is it will manually go out and, or it'll automatically go out and do all that heavy lifting for us in about like 5 seconds. So we're going to put the ASIN in here. Okay. We're going to paste in all of these single words. Okay. Like that. And we're going to click check keywords. All right. I'm going to pause this. I'll come back when it's done. Oh, looks like it is almost done. I might not even have to pause it. Look at that. It's like a greyhound race at the dog track. Here we go. And ding, ding, ding. Let's see how he did. These are all of the keywords that are indexed. And these are all the ones not indexed. You can see that more than half are not indexed. Gee, do you think that is a problem? I think so. So, the way that you weave in these keywords into your listing, just weaving them into your listing, like I showed you in this tool here in Scribbles, where you import your listing, it brings in all the front-facing text, and then you drop in your single words, and you just do basic, simple, good rewrites here. It's not that hard. I hate to use the word keyword stuffing, but it's kind of what you're doing. That can simply fix the problem. And then what you do is you save your listing. Okay, you save your listing, and then you have to wait about 30 to 45 minutes for those listing changes to be realized in Amazon A9 search, and then you rerun the 5K checker. And the goal here is to get this down to 0. You want nothing over here. You want them all showing up as indexed. Okay, so that's the second part of this. Of the optimization process, and I hope you guys are liking this so far. Okay, so One of the first things, now let's just shift to kind of some just general, off the top of my head, tactical strategy. There's a saying in marketing: you can't play blind archery, meaning you need to you need to establish your pocket of people and go after them. Like, I don't know who he's going after with this. I see a woman here, and then I see the opposite, like a hardcore guy ready to, a sniper kind of looking guy. I mean, do you know the market he's going after? I don't. Is he going for outdoors people? Is he going for people that to go camping? Or is he going? I don't know. I don't think he knows. So tactical flashlights were intended initially to be used by military members and by the police, but they're mainstream because people realize they're extremely useful. They're usually very durable. So anyway, looking at page 1 results here, okay, and I'm going to turn off this so that we, get more of the pure view that the consumer would get here. If we look at the results for page 1 for tactical flashlight, okay, see if any of these listings are targeting a specific, demographic. So here's what I observed. So, okay, this is the only person that I think is doing it right here. Okay. And this could be a student of mine. Okay, because I did this this member makeover about 6 months ago, as of the time of this recording. So this could be a member of ours, and it probably is, if it was my guess. They niched it. Okay, they niched it. Targeting specific outdoor activities like biking and camping would work very, very well for this product. Even better would be, okay, if you want to do this right, put a background image of a guy on a bike or a camper, right? Put it on your packaging, because you can't write the words good for outdoors and blah, 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 but you can nicheify. It's not even a word, but I'm going to use it. You can nicheify your packaging. That's why I love using good professional product packaging and listings, because it's like additional marketing space that we can use in these thumbnail images. Okay. So like, who is the market you're going after with this? Okay. So that would be the first big thing. The listing images we already covered. Okay. I would take a look at the pockets of people then that you want to go after, and then have lifestyle images. Like, you're not trying to sell this to Marines, because Marines aren't buying this stuff. If you want to sell to government, but that's not who you're going after. So, these are like wasted images. So I'd much rather you have like an image here that connotes certain product features, the first couple, then have some pictures of a guy on a bike, using it, a camper, somebody who's going hiking, somebody in a tent, somebody in the snow, right? Outdoors, people smiling, having fun. For example, so pockets of people. This is a concept I teach in my advanced fast track in monthly coaching. Pockets of people, POPs. Okay, you want to match and mirror the pockets of people. This is entering the conversation that the person's having in their mind when they visit your listing. Example: I love to play tennis. Me and my wife play a lot, and we go on a lot of tennis trips. So we're really into playing tennis. If I was browsing Amazon for a sweatshirt, okay, and if I see an image of someone wearing it while they were playing tennis, I'm more likely to buy. Now, this isn't logically, this is unconsciously. I'm more likely to buy because, oh, this is a good sweatshirt for tennis players. Even though that's not logical, that's the power of niching, of identifying your pockets of people. So anyway, that is, from a tactical standpoint, something that I would definitely do. Also, I believe this is really saturated. So you need to private label with a twist. It appears to be oversaturated. Almost every product looks alike. Would you agree? So how are we to differentiate? We talked about that already, but it's something that you're really going to have to look into, okay? You might want to bundle this with a related bonus product. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's one way that you can stand out, because I certainly, from what I can tell, I can't dramatically stand out by making my product that much different, because a flashlight's a flashlight. And sorry, but just going from a 1-pack to a 2-pack, that ain't enough of a differentiation. And as you can see, everybody's knocking that off. So I might just go after, I would niche it for outdoors type people, and I would bundle it with a free bonus that I can also show in my picture. And that free bonus might be, I don't know, I can't think of some good cheap outdoorsy kind of thing that I could source for like under $1 or under 50 cents. But it's almost like what the people have done. Here's another very saturated niche, barbecue gloves, very much, commoditized, but you can see that they bundle it with a free related product as a way to stand out. Okay. And they're still getting almost $17 for a very commoditized product by bundling this with free bonuses. Okay. So I can't think of one offhand. What I'd probably do is I would go to a site like AliExpress, just kind of poke around. This is also owned by Alibaba, but this is just for like ideas. I might go outdoors, and then I would go max price $2. I know I'll be able to source for less. And then I would do 5 stars and up. Let's see what we get here. Anything interesting? Well, bike gloves, I guess. Anyway, you get the point. I'm not going to waste everybody's time here, but this could be good. Outdoor first aid kit. That's an interesting one. See, that to me fits. And this is the AliExpress is for like consumers. So if this is the retail price, $1.36, I can probably get these for easily under 40 cents all day long. And that would be very easy to bundle in with my tactical gloves. And then I could, make it almost like an outdoors, tactical flashlight for outdoors. Not outdoorsmen, that's not politically correct, but you know what I'm saying, for outdoorsmen with included free bonus first aid kit. Again, I'm just brainstorming. This is how my mind works on this stuff. So, all right. So the final thing is he needs better copywriting. I think he can really improve this. Okay. So I just want to show you what we did for him. We used the Amazon copywriting machine. That's that software that I helped to develop that writes killer kick-ass Amazon copy like titles and bullets and product description. Again, it's optional, but if you think you're ready for it, at some point you should get it, because it's really interesting to compare and split test what you come up with versus what this all of these formulas based on world-class copywriting, what those spit out. And sometimes it's kind of humbling. The automated robot copywriting machine produces better bullets than I did. But hey, I'm not about the ego. I'm about the money at the end of the day. If it makes me more money, I don't care who gets the credit for it. So we actually used the Amazon copywriting machine and we plugged in the variables. These are just some screenshots of how you do it. We type in the type of product that it is. We did the target audience for outdoorsmen, hunters, campers, bikers. And anyway, so it's kind of a fill in the blank software. It's really easy to use, and it spit out these bullets. Okay, and you sometimes it doesn't do perfect English, so you want to rewrite some of these, but it did a really, really good job. So it changed the title to this: Tactical Flashlight M7 LED. Stay safe and enjoy the great outdoors. Right? That's great. Like this is what the software spit out. Frankly, this is better than what I could have come up with right there. See anything and everything to stay safe and enjoy yourself. Runs on 1 AA battery, extremely bright LED, heavy duty build. That's a kick-ass title. Do you agree that's better than this one? Small, durable LED. Wah, wah, wah. Best for emergency EDC. Self-defense, survival, Cree, IP. Right? Are you with me? I mean, come on. And look at this first bullet. Again, this is just what the software spit out. Effective. Runs on 1 AA battery. Provides you the ability to stop overspending on batteries. Okay. I wouldn't make that my first bullet, frankly, because, they're not buying this for the battery. But again, you just apply common sense. You're like, okay, which of these can I weave in and which should I not use? I would not use that one. Extremely easy to use. Extremely bright LED bulb delivers the key to see anything and everything to stay safe and enjoy yourself with ease. I like that. I'm not sure if that's the best one, but anyway, so what you do is you build off of these, right? You take the copy that you came up with and you, especially if you're not a good copywriter, you should use something like this. Or hire a copywriter, and you put in the variables, and then you're like, oh, this is worded better, or I like this hook, like small, compact design ensures you can travel anywhere without taking up too much room, right? And so I would just kind of nicheify this a little bit more. I would say, something about camping, or small, compact design ensures you can travel anywhere, camp. I don't know offhand, but somehow niche this sentence that is spit out for the outdoorsman. Why wait another day to easily switch between high, low, and strobe? I don't know about that one either, but anyway, so we went ahead, and there are actually dozens and dozens of options. I mean, these are just a few of them that it spits out, and so you can check out some of the great copywriting ideas here. And so this is the flow, and you're going to have a copy of this entire SOP. Again, I will warn you, you can see that he's been changing and tweaking this. So this looks different now than the time of this video, and who knows, maybe by the next time you look at his listing, it'll look different still, which is good. It means he's testing and tweaking. You can see at the time that I did this, he had hardly any bullet points. And so we'd advise him to build these out. So he did that at least, but there's still lots of room for improvement. So this is how we optimize a listing, and I hope that that you'll be able to mirror and model what I did and apply it to your new listing as well.